Good evening, Lizzie boys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we've got some big Monster High news to discuss. First and foremost, we have some of our first in-person photos of G3 Scalita. They're not the best, but we got something. It's nice to see her in person, even if, again, the pictures kind of suck. But, you know, it's still nice to see them. But we also finally have figured out what the singular release in the month of November on Mattel Creations for Monster High is going to be. And needless to say, it's really surprising. So let's get right into it. So first and foremost, we have the Scalita photos. These come from an account by the name of ZWB521_. I'll write that in the description of this video. So these come from an account on Instagram who seems to get a lot of factory samples and gets things early. And then, sometimes they post good photos, because they were one of the first people to get G3 Spectra, and they posted very good photos of her. I don't understand why they've posted such cryptic photos of Scalita, but whatever. So first we got this photo of her artwork around the back of the box. It's very cute. I really like the look of it. Looks good to me. And then we got this photo showing off Scalita's body, which has a plastic case over it for stability, because G1 Scalita was known to break at her spine. And, yeah, that sucks, you know, having your doll, her spine break. So they put this plastic case around her to make her more stable. I do not know if it's removable. I don't think it is, but I personally don't mind it. I've seen some people be kind of annoyed with it, which I understand. Like, you know, people like to put their dolls in crop tops and stuff. So you have this big plastic case sticking out. Like, I get why some people would be annoyed with that, but personally, I don't mind it. I'm just going to leave her in her stock outfit anyway, because I really like it. It's also, not the first time they've done something like this for Scalita, because her giant, frightfully tall, or no, it wasn't frightfully tall, but it was like a 28-inch Monster High doll of Scalita. She had the plastic case over her body then as well, so it's kind of the same thing as that. Also, she's bald. I don't know why she's been made bald here. But in addition to the bald Scalita, we also got this photo of her in the box, and we unfortunately can see that she has the same exact packaging as the rest of the Core Refresh line, meaning she has the blister package, which I hate. I hate the blister box. I do not like it at all. But I do like the backdrop with the bricks. Scalita looks good. I'm hoping we'll get some better photos of her soon. She's super pretty. So, yeah. Also, with the bald one, we actually get to see that Scalita's got baby hairs, which I'm going to be honest, I didn't notice before. So that's cool. That's a cool little detail. And finally, the release that's happening this month on Mattel Creations. So there's only one release on the calendar for Creations this month, which was something that had a fan club early access date and was taking place on November 13th. No one knew what it was. Some people were speculating it might be a Stranger Things doll. I wouldn't have cared if it was. I have never watched that show. But today, we got the reveal. Monster High posted this teaser of the original Grady Twins dolls. And then you go on Mattel Creations and it says, "Hey fan club, this collectible sold out super fast a few years ago, so we decided to bring it back for a special re-release to celebrate the 45th anniversary of the iconic film it's based on." Couple keynotes there. Re-release. This is not a second version of the dolls. This is a re-release of the original Grady Twins. So that's a pretty big deal. I know I've said before, I think that they're boring, but I just thought they were boring for the insane retail price that they go for. Overall, the Grady Twins are some pretty iconic horror characters. You know, it's been parodied in so many different pieces of media, with the "Come Play With Us," you know, where they're standing at the end of the hallway holding hands and trying to beckon you over to them. What do they do if you go over to them? Do they kill you? I don't even know. I've never seen The Shining. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I've never seen The Shining. But, yeah, these dolls and Pennywise were the first Skullectors ever. And they sold out really fast because Mattel Creations was a brand new website with no bot protection. And it still doesn't have bot protection. But it is much easier to get dolls off the site now than it was when these came out, because these dolls and Pennywise sold out in less than a minute for each of them. Also, they dropped on the same day, which was like low-key evil. They would never release two Skelectors on one day now. But yeah, this is going to be a reproduction of the original dolls. I'm thinking they'll be roughly the exact same as the original dolls. I've seen some people say that maybe they'll change the packaging style to match the current packaging, which is much easier to open and display. But I don't know. I have a feeling they might bring back the old packaging style just because it's a reproduction. I'm not sure. I would be fine with either one because I kind of just want these two to complete my Skelector collection. They are the only Skelectors I don't have. I was able to get 2 Pennywises at different dates, but I was never able to get the Grady Twins. For some reason, this was just one I struggled to get. I did own them briefly. A couple years back, I had bought them off of Amazon from a reseller who had them for like $300. I was like, this is the cheapest price I've seen in months. I'm just gonna get them. So I did. They arrived. Their heads were squished. I was like, what the hell? Can I get a new one? And then they let me do an exchange. I got the new set. It was just as ugly. I just did not vibe with them. I looked at them and I was like, yeah, I'm just not a fan of these. And also, I just didn't feel like they were worth $300 at the time. They go for way more now. If you guys have ever looked at the prices for Pennywise and the Grady Twins, the twins are more expensive. They go for anywhere between $1,000 to $1,400, which is why I think this reproduction is a really good thing. Them coming back is going to sink the resale market because these dolls should not cost that much in the first place. I do wonder though, is there anyone who's been like saving for these dolls forever and like finally saved up the $1,400 and spent it and bought them only for this reproduction to get announced? Dude, that must suck. Let me know if that happened to you, because if it did, I'm really sorry about that, man. But anyway, it says that additionally, we're excited to share that from November 13th at 9 a.m. Pacific time through November 14th at 8:59 a.m. Pacific time, only Fan Club members can buy this collectible at Mattel Creations while supplies last. So note that says while supplies last. This is not going to get a general release to the public. Why can't I talk today, dude? I have like a lisp. I've had like a sore on my lip for like the last week. Oh my god, it's making me talk weird. Anyway, from the sound of this, I don't think this is something they're planning to release to the general public. If you don't have a fan club membership, you cannot buy them. We also don't know the price point currently. Now, the original price point for the twins was $75. I remember this very clearly. Twins were $75, Pennywise was $60. I'm thinking the price is going to be upped. I don't think it's going to be the same price as before. There's no way in hell. They've recently raised the price of 2-packs to $100 with the release of Adelaide? I think it's Adelaide and Red from the Us movie. So the Us Skelector pack, that release marked the increase from being 90 to 100. I'm thinking these are going to be 100. There's no way that these are going to be the original price, which sucks, but it's still better than paying $1,400 on eBay, you know? So I'm pretty excited for this. Again, I want to complete my Skelector set. I think it's pretty cool to get this reproduction at all. And it makes me wonder, are they going to do more repros in the future? It'd be pretty cool if they did. But I also like what they were doing, like with Elvira and Beetlejuice, where they got new dolls. Like, they still looked like the originals, but they got, like, new outfits. I think that was fun, too. I'd like to see them do, like, a second version of Greta, like, maybe with her wedding dress. That'd be pretty cute. Or maybe a second version of Pennywise with the original design, like the original color palette from the original movie, the first movie. You know, I think that could be fun. I don't know. There's just like so many things that they could do with the Skelector characters that they've made so far to make second dolls. Like, I want them to do another Chucky pack where Tiffany is like a human, so she can be on the big sister body and get her titties. Tiffany needs her boobs. But yeah, basically this opens the door for a lot of Skelector repros or like restocks that they may do in the future. I'm pretty hyped for this one. I'm hoping the price isn't too much of an increase, but like I said, it's probably going to be anywhere from 90 to 100. I highly doubt that the Mattel's going to keep the price the same. Side note, does anyone remember this time Mattel did like a pop-up event? Like Mattel Creations did like a pop-up event in California, and they were selling Pennywise and the Twins for like $500. Like they were price gouging their own stock. Does anyone remember that? I remember it. I feel like everyone's forgotten about that. But anyway, yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm excited for them. I'm gonna do my best to grab myself a set because like I said, I don't have them. I returned them to Amazon because I just did not think they were worth $300, and in hindsight, that was a good decision. I'm a smart Lizzie. I am a genius. My brain is huge. Anyway, like I said, I hope we get better photos of Scalita soon, because, like, this person clearly has another one in the box. Just post photos of that one, man. I want to see her. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the restock of the Grady Twins. Like I said, I'm pretty hyped for it. I don't own them, and I think it would be pretty cool to get my hands on a set. I wouldn't mind if they changed the packaging or if they like maybe changed the material that the dolls' dresses were made of, because the original dolls' dresses were made of paper. That fabric was horrendous, bro. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in my next one.